Number one is that they want you to get licensed or to wholesale. That's a great thing. That's the best thing ever because finally they regulate. One of the things that has happened with wholesaling for many years has been unregulated, and people were doing all kinds of crazy things that were not even legal. So they're kind of trying to regulate this.
Now, moving into how our students are finding leads. So I had a student that just closed a deal in the last week and a half, okay? And she did it this way. And I'm going to share because this is the way I share with 99% of our students do these leads, which is they go and talk to agents and they do agent referral or MLS strategy. Now, what that is basically, yes, you're going on market leads and you're talking them down a little bit to a discount, and then you're going to resell it to a buyer. And what I like with this is the MLS strategy.
So anybody out there that's telling you, when you're a beginner in this business, let's face it, a lot of people that are going to wholesaling is because need the money. That's why I call it wholesaling my ATM because I want to do something. I just do a deal. I shared the other day how my daughter, she's staying with Liz now. She graduated University of Miami, $300,000 tuition without a student loan. I use real estate for that. I wanted to buy a car, kind of a private collector car last year. I bought a Morgan, used real estate to buy that. So the thing is, I use real estate as my ATM.
I have a question. I want you to be honest here. Do you believe you're capable of doing it? Because it's not necessarily that you're worried that wholesaling could work, but maybe you're like, it won't work for me. Like it works for all these people, but it won't work for me. It is yes, it's a very, very common feeling to feel. But my question for you is, if it works for them, why can't it work for you? What makes you feel you're not capable? Because that's really important for you to understand.
Number three, don't use stupid rules like the rule of 70. It doesn't work, guys. And maybe it worked when real estate was priced $100,000.
70% ARV is what she's referring to.
70%, yeah. Don't rule the user at 70. So they say to you, the rule of 70 is this: take 70% of what the property is worth and then deduct any repairs, and that's what. No, I look at actually the properties that sold. I look at the one that sold with very low days on the market. I base my comparables on those properties, and then I know as a wholesaler I need to make $10,000 to $20,000 per deal, and that's how I figure out what I'm going to offer. That's it. So let me make, like I share with you, I've been in wholesaling, for almost 4 decades. Just to put in perspective, guys, this is scary. I started investing in real estate when Ronald Reagan was president. Okay.
I wasn't alive yet.
I mean, it's not like Amazon own everything that they sell, right? I represent a bunch of quote unquote sellers that have things that they want to sell at a higher price. eBay, same thing, right? So as long as there is an economy, brick and mortar business do the same thing. They get stuff, widgets, whatever they do at a lower price, and then they sell it at a higher price. Amazon controls over people goods and sell it at a higher price. So that's what wholesaling is. So once you understand that, what you're doing is getting properties at a lower cost, securing them by contracts, and then selling the contracts at a higher cost, right? So as long as the economy is going to supply and demand and people are going to buy widget at a lower cost and sell at a higher cost, wholesaling is here to stay, guys. Okay. So that's the first thing about wholesaling that you have to understand.
I'm going to be real with you here. There isn't. Because the people who actually do stuff compared to the people who join to do stuff are two totally different people. And so, thank you for being on. It's very, very different. So yes, it may look competitive because you're going into these rooms and you're seeing all these people trying to learn, but then it goes into action taking, and not a lot of people do that. One last thing I'll share is that I really love the part where I know if I want to get into rentals or flips, I already know how to find the properties. I know how to get them cheap. I know how to analyze deals. I know how to run comps on my own properties. I know how to sell the property if I want. I already have a network of rehabbers and contractors and everything like that. So to transfer into another avenue is just going to be a click of like a button for me. And that's what's also amazing about this.